Hey, what's going on, guys? MintheQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. This is episode number 124 today for the Pocono 500 for Season 4. And, of course, the last episode, it was quite a doozy, especially with a very late race in the battle at the end. But, of course, we ended up losing to Tony Stewart, who actually climbs himself back up to third place in points. And there's the defending champ, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He finally makes his way up here, actually. It's about time, too. But now we head to our second home race in a row. We go to Pocono Raceway, for us anyway. We're 264 points ahead. We're still very comfortable where we're at right now. We're in great shape to win this championship. We're just about to be reaching the halfway point of the season. But we can't slouch now, of course. Of course, we gotta see if there's anything I need to do in the shop. I don't remember if there's anything I need to do. We can actually use just one more car. We're actually repair some of these things. Like the car has taken a beating for sure. So definitely for sure. Thankfully, we can repair this, so it's actually gonna be costing a little bit less. This one could also be a little bit of an overhaul as well to make the same thing. This might be our last overhaul. I think we might be actually good on money for the rest of the season if we just keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, this body could easily be overhauled for sure. And that's about it, really, I think, for the upcoming race anyway. Of course, we got 4 races for the alignment system, but we're not going to be building anything for at least the rest of the season, I don't think. So when we're rocking the Philadelphia Phillies colors once again for this race, thankfully we got some fresh parts coming in, but we're going to have to take the L here for Michigan, depending on how bad the engine is. We cannot blow the engine. That is a major, major thing that we cannot do. We cannot blow the engine. Whatever we do, even if it's a fuel cell, I'll be fine. But the engine, it needs to be good. We have one goal in mind today, not only to win our home race. Okay, 2 goals really. Not only to win our home race, but we also have to for sure protect this engine. Let's go rock the house at Pocono. All I have to say is I have really high hopes today. Maybe it isn't going to be in the Eagles Keep car that we win at Pocono. Maybe it's going to be the Phillies car, because ran a few laps in practice, experimented with a few setups. Of course, you know, with the car being like as high as it's ever been. I could run a sub 50-second lap on like an actual hot lap, not like one of these qualifying laps where it's kind of makeshift at the very start. This thing could go 210 down the long straightaway on the front stretch. It's absolutely insane, like how fast this car really is now with this rating that we have. Anyway, we're going towards turn number 3 for our final lap of qualifying. Oh, we really stick it in there quite good. Can we make it? Can we make it out the corner? Look at this exit speed. Absolutely insane. Can it be the 49-second lap here? No, but we actually qualified 12th. Not what I was expecting, actually, as Jimmy Johnson and Rocket Man, class of 2002, round up the front row grid here today. Previous winner, Tony Stewart, runs in 3rd spot. And now, for pre-race ceremonies. Take it away, Joe. Oh, wait, what? You're in the race. Alright, you do you. You can do both at the same time.
MRN is live in Pennsylvania today at the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500. This track produces some of the fastest racing of the year, but it also presents some special challenges to the drivers.
Well, this is one of NASCAR's toughest tracks, especially for the crews who set up these race cars. Nothing is the same in any aspect of this racetrack. 3 totally different corners, 3 straightaways of different lengths. It's enough to drive a crew chief crazy.
The 56 car has an impressive average finish this year.
You know, I watched him in practice, and that car just looks good. Sometimes you can just tell by watching the car on the track who's going to be fast on race day without even looking at the speed charts.
In 1998, Jeremy Mayfield got his first career victory here at Pocono.
Well, that was really a breakout year for Jeremy. He was competitive in most races and finished in the top 10 in points for the first time in his career.
Jeff Green was the 2000 Busch Series champion, thoroughly dominating everyone on the circuit that year.
Plus, he was the runner-up in 1999 and 2001. He'd like to get the finishes and the consistency he enjoyed over that 3-year run here in Winston Cup.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Alrighty, it is going to be a
And here's the
fun
starting
one
lineup.
today here at the Tricky Triangle. Hopefully we can actually get away with no
In the front row are the
no
low
scrapes this
Chevrolet
time.
and
But anyway, we have some couple rivals in front of us. 50 laps here at Pocono. Away we go. We got an excellent start here. In real life, I probably would have gotten a penalty, but then we're just not getting enough speed because I actually put a lot more downforce on this car actually now. Yeah, I've added a little bit more downforce to make it so I can actually make these corners a little bit better. Of course, like all the other times at Pocono, oh my gosh, I already messed up the first corner.
All clear, buddy.
I am driving like it's NR 2003 where people just mess up the first corner. But thankfully I'm not causing a first corner wreck because that's iRacing. Go down the inside. And we passed on Joe Nemechek. Of course, one thing is always can remain constant is our turn 2 speed. Go very aggressive right off the bat, making 3 or maybe even 4 spots, maybe a little bit of contact of Johnny Benson, our fellow Pontiac compatriot. And we went from 13th to 6th in 1 lap. That's incredible. That right side damage might be a little bit of a drag for us. I'm afraid we might have made the gears a little bit too short. No, we're fine. Ricky Rudd sending it down to the inside, but we're saying no to that. This thing just really hooks on the bottom. It would have hooked all the way around if we didn't hit the little rubble strip down there. It might be lacking a little bit on top end, though. I just, now that I'm realizing it, of course, turn 2 has always been our strong suit. It's going to back it up just a little bit and then get back on the gas. Ken's have blocked our run, sadly enough, so turn 3 might be a little weak for us. Tony Stewart, our championship rival, I guess at this point, if you want to say that at this point, is leading the way. Of course, we got Jimmy Johnson alongside as well. We got our arch nemesis here, Dale Jarrett, still and actually starting to become in second place here. We're going to use him as a tow and pass Rocket Man on the inside, but also going outside 3 wide briefly. You can actually do that here at Pocono because of how wide it is. And we're just going to have to settle in P3 at the moment. You can, hopefully in the later part of the run, because I actually increased the suspension as well. We're going to go all the way to the grass to avoid that side draft. Instead, we're actually going to side draft Dale Jarrett. We actually broke later than him that time, let the car coast, and get the power down easily passing him. Now up next is of course our old friend, well, if you want to call it that at this point, old friend from a Joe Gibbs Racing Day, Tony Stewart. But now he's a minus 48. Gonna have to we're trying to make a move on the outside here, but he might get the more straightaway speed because we have a lot more drag because of the downforce that we have. We're actually gonna push him the entire way to the front stretch. We're gonna set up our pass in the tunnel turn because that's one of our hot spots here at this track. Turn 2 and turn 3 have always been our hot spots here, especially since Tony Stewart's a rival as well. You gotta be careful with those rivals in this game because they can be quite a hassle to block. We did not get any slipstream as I hoped we would. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to let off just a tad. Oh, okay, he broke a lot earlier than I thought he would, actually. Trying to do the same thing. We're going to actually go down the inside, and we take the lead. We're clear away from Tony Stewart. Like I said, this car is very fast. You can see on the bottom right of your screen, we're making sub 50-second lap times now, like the way this car has been going. I ran a 49.8 in practice, all by myself. And now with a little bit of help, we've got it to 49.9. I had a little bit of an issue there in one of the laps anyway. And we lead the way here at Pocono Raceway. This is insane. We're now a 3-second gap between ourselves and Tony Stewart. If you're in the rest of the field, you see this speed that we have. But then again, of course, we always fall off at the end of like every run almost here at Pocono. But still, if you were to see this, this speed and this crushing the field stuff for the rest of the field, like, what do you do? What do you do if you're in the rest of the field? Hope and pray something goes wrong? But anyway, since I guess I'm a little bit bored now, just dominating the race so far, and there's no time in pit stops anytime soon, I guess I could ask a few questions about, like, what's going on, I guess, with motorsport games. I know I made a community post a while back asking, like, okay, thanks, Sheldon. I know I asked a while back about, what do you want to see in a NASCAR game? Well, I know, my main thing, my dream scenario is to own, a cup team like I am here, but also own a multi-car cup team like Denny Hamlin does, or maybe even have an option to drive for, own a team on the side and drive for a different team, like Denny Hamlin. Or be like Brad Keselowski and just own and drive for your own team, but also have like another driver or whatnot for another car. I know it's like the ways down the road for like iRacing to do all that. I just thought it'd be nice. I think another like nice detail I guess we would have, is like do the full pre-race ceremonies again. I mean, Ignition had something like that, but I also want to have like a rundown through like the field and, you know, starting grid or whatnot as like the pace laps go off. And I guess like another thing is full race replays, not just like the 5 highlight reels that you would get in like Thunder 04, for example. I mean, I would like to have a full race replay, like an option to like view or save the replay or whatnot. I think that'd be pretty nice. And also, I kind of want to make it like NR 2003, where you actually have to move under caution, like manual cautions, like in F1. Speaking of, I'm supposed to be recording that pretty soon for Bahrain. Like I said, just small little details I wish we would have. I'm sure it probably won't be there in the first game anyway. Like, I'm saying like down the road of like what I would love to see in the future. So tell me about it. What do you want to see in the NASCAR game? I know I've asked this question already, but still, I want to ask it again. I'd like to hear like any second opinions.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks, Sheldon. I know I'm doing a good job, and the viewers are doing a good job still of just watching this under domination still. You hear that, guys? Sheldon says that you're doing a good job. You know, 15 laps in, 15 and a half at this point, you know, and a 5.5 second lead, I think it's safe to say that we are definitely dancing on my own. You can play that song as you're watching the video, actually, and how fitting as well. I'm in a Philadelphia Phillies car, of course. A throwback car, anyway. Yeah, I mean, I plan on running this paint scheme for at least a few more races anyway, before I switch it up. We're probably going to do the Flyers next, because I haven't done it yet. I mean, the Eagles car I already done like plenty of times already, but
52-21.
yeah, we're falling off quite a bit, but you know, Tony's sort of starting to catch us because of how slow this car has really gotten. Yeah, the fuel gauge is whatever it is. We have a blow-up person actually coming off of a on Long Pond straightaway. Gotta go see who that is real quick. Let's see who it be. Who you is? It is Jamie Mack. Oh no! Our fellow Rookie of the Year compatriot of Season 1 has blown up today here at the Long Pond Straight at Pocono. Terrible way to end the night for him. So, in about like a few laps time, because of how far we've fallen off, lap time-wise, probably next lap we're going to go head on in. No reason why not, so I don't think. 1 lap advantage is, you know, not 100% ideal anyway. Yeah, we lost a 10th there that time. I think it's high time to go box this lap. Oh, hold on there, hold on. Caution's out. Caution is out. We have a legitimate caution. I was just about to cut the video, actually, just go straight to me in the pits. I'm trying to see what happened with the yellow from the mini-map. I don't see anything as of yet, but somebody must have, like, hit Jamie Mack going back to the pits or something. Maybe that's what caused the caution in the first place. Oh, there's debris there. There was debris there. Oh, my gosh. There must have been a big contact there, as our right front is now damaged because of the debris. I should have seen that coming, really, but... yeah, it bunched up the field back there. Look at the mini-map.
52-78.
We got to repair that right front damage now, it seems. Oh, my goodness gracious. Multi-car pile on. They're just still piling in. What a disaster. I hope this is a better camera angle. Oh my god, Joe Moore is dead. He is not commentating anymore. He's not commentating anymore, folks. He is dead. Maybe he will, but he'll be definitely in the hospital for sure for that contact there. Everybody's coming on in. I really don't want any adjustments. As you can see, the wedge and tire pressures were actually different from last time anyway. 15.5 is the expected pit stop time. I will be the judge of that. All right, we need a fast stop here. We can't. I mean, we can just do what we can now. You know, in terms of like losing a one spot or two there. Ideally, we don't want to lose any. Kind of looks like the Philadelphia Phillies uniforms, really. In a way. Fittipaldi holds us up again. And we lose 3 spots because of Fittipaldi holding us again.
While we were pitting, those guys up front stayed out.
We have people staying out on a caution for some reason. Right front's damaged a little bit. That's not great. We actually start in 3rd gear for some reason, and we're going to lose a little bit of time now. I mean, that was really unfortunate because of, you know, everyone's favorite movie chicane. You know, the not-so-good Fittipaldi driver. The only good one. Oh, my God. We had to give up the spot almost completely because that could have been a race ender right there. We have to let the spot go to Ryan Newman for just nearly killing us. Hopefully this right front damage doesn't really hurt us too much. It shouldn't, because it was only debris. It wasn't like a crunch or anything. As once again we get the power down once again. But yeah, that was a violent hit from Joe Moore and collected literally like a good chunk of cars on that wreck. So yeah, expect the caution to come out, and it does. We gotta go get around these guys. We got tight. And we damaged the right rear a little bit because I was driving it too hard to get around these guys. Debris caution number 1 here today, here at Pocono. And it's from the other field filler today. Unfortunately, not BC Vaught from Thunder 03. We are not making our final stop. As we have a lap down machine. And this time we predicted the 2nd gear shift, and we do get it. Unfortunately, we need at least a lap to catch up to the field. Now we're going to go force Ryan Newman all the way down to make sure he doesn't do the same thing twice.
That was a halfway mark. Plenty of time left. Just worry about hitting your marks.
I mean, I am worried about hitting my marks, Sheldon, but of course, that Fittipaldi thing should not have happened, but, you know, these things happen, I guess. Hopefully this damage doesn't affect the long run pace a little bit. It should, but hopefully I can still get... Oh, we got the power down easily. Easy pickings for Labonte, as always. We got 2 more to go. We got everyone's favorite dynamic duo of last season. We run it in the back of Tony Stewart. Give him a little friendly hello hi. We're gonna use him as a tow because we can't really do anything off of 3. Use him as a tow to pull us up there. Well, we rubbed him a little bit. We're gonna try to make a move on the outside. We're gonna go back up the corner just a tad. And just have him tow us to turn number 2, because that's our sweet spot. We want to make these overtakes off of 2. Fake high. And go down low, because we need to spot now. We need to spot another debris caution. You see, now what do I do now, because the caution's here? Do I pit under this caution? This is a really awkward time for a caution to come out, to be honest. I think we have to come on in. We do take the lead, but I think we may have to save a little bit of fuel this race. This will be interesting. This will be an interesting race, I think. As again, what? His car fixed itself. Did you see that? The rendering glitched so bad because of how far away the car is. The 198 repaired itself. We're gonna make a gamble here and actually go to the pits early. We might have some varying strategies here. Yeah, we got Tony Stewart coming in. Some people stayed out. Tony Stewart and I are gonna think of the same thing. It is a strategy move, my guy. So Tony Stewart's thinking the same thing. That was a good call. That's who I was racing against. Good call by Sheldon and myself to come on down to pit road. I don't think the debris cautions are done yet either. So we're still going to need to be a little bit aggressive at the start. There are some people that stayed out, so they're going to have to come on in. Only like one green flag lap isn't going to really affect it too much in terms of... And we lose the spot to Tony again. Not to Harvick this time.
Some guys stayed out to gain track position.
All right, so we're back in it. Fittipaldi's actually decided to come on in. Thankfully not being a moving chicane this time. And we're back underway here at Pocono. It was less than 20 laps to go. I'm sorry, exactly 20 laps to go. We're probably going to have to do a little bit of fuel saving if need be. I think we might have enough. And the yellow flag's out back out again as Arvik nearly descends it on her inside. We got to do a better job of defending that inside, man. To do a little bit of beating and banging with Harvick. We need this draft off of Hermie Sadler, who is unfortunately a rival. Can't do anything about that. Going to be swerving left and right as we go to the middle. This is not exactly the most riskless thing to do in the world. As Hermie Sadler continues to be in the way again, as always. We're going to make a very risky maneuver. We cleared ourselves barely.
Okay, we're clear.
Now the rest of the field should come on in. Or at least they should. As we give Scott Wimmer a little bit of a love tap and take P10. A bit of an unnecessary love tap. But yet the caution is out again for debris. Who is it this time? It is still Jeff Green. I'm not even going to let you see that. We're staying out because we're good on fuel. They're not come on in yet. Unfortunately, we mistimed the shift point down. We can shift down to second gear. I don't know why they started in third gear. Yeah, hopefully Tony Stewart gets a little bit of a struggle to get through these lap cars. We're saying no to Labonte. He goes into the grass a little bit. Let the car coast and get the power back down on it. Yeah, we got to get ahead of this 20 car. We got to hope for no more cautions at this point forward. It's probably still going to happen. We got to make short work of these guys quickly, especially since they're on older tires. Make short work on Nemechek, but Tony Stewart's caught on lap traffic of Kevin Grubb, the scrub himself, managing to do something right for that Brett Bodine Racing team. And we're going to dive down the inside of Tony Stewart as well for the spot. We're going to try to pin him outside, but they're all single filed up, and Mayfield's going to give us a tow. Thank you for the helping hand, sir. We're going to try to push you just a little bit for, in return. We're not even going to think about doing 3 wide here.
Number 20 is trying to block you.
Unfortunately, I still can't get the power down on the turn 1 compared to the others in any way, shape, or form, especially since my car is damaged now. We're going to go down the inside of Mayfield and Tony Stewart. We're going to make it 3 wide going into tunnel turn. Somebody has to give. Mayfield just tries to block, but it won't matter as we're going to make a 3 wide maneuver down the tunnel turn as well. A fantastic maneuver. The DEI cars are 1 and 2, but they have to come on down the pit road. Y'all got to go down the pits pretty soon. Mikey makes contact with Ricky Rudd. There's our sponsor right in front of us. He's having a mediocre season for his standards as Tony Stewart's really trying to get a run on us on the front straightaway. We're trying to get a tow from our sponsor, and Michael Walsh in front of us. Now only 1 second back from the leader. As soon as we get through the traffic here, we should be dancing on our own. Hopefully we will. Anyway. Ricky Rudd checks up for Michael Walter, backing him up into us. And now we're going to go 3 wide again. Braking extremely late. We might even go for the lead here against Junebug. We're side by side, going off the tunnel turn. We can make a slight bit of contact just to give a little bit of a love bump or whatnot. And we're down the inside, and we are the new leaders of the race. But of course, as always, the AI just always it's either at this point they have a much better drive off than we do, but we're running away from Tony Stewart. He's still held up by the other 2 guys right here, so we need to build as much of a gap as possible. These guys still need to pit, so once they go on in, then the gates are open. But unfortunately, Tony Stewart's able to get around these guys pretty much so easily. It's not even funny.
I'd like to see him stay back there.
I do too, because I don't want to lose a race to him again, especially after what happened the last episode of Dover. He's probably going to make short work of Ricky Rudd, and he's going to make short work of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, this right side damage is not exactly pleasing to look at, even if it's only yellow. But it should be enough for us to run away for at least a little bit. As Tony starts to I can see in the mirror, in the top of the screen. Yeah, it looks like he's ready to pass Junebug. We're going to try to give Junior a bit of a tow, but it's just futile. We're too far ahead anyway for Junior to make any sort of draft impact.
5 more points. You've led the most. Great job.
Sweet. We lead the most laps yet again. This spells disaster for the rest of the field. We just continue to have fantastic races performed for here. Even if we don't win, we come in like second or third anyway. We keep doing it anyway. Halfway on field doesn't even matter. We're going to make it up to the end. We have 9 more laps to do it, though. Yeah, I think we should be able to make it within 9 more laps for sure. If need be, then we're going to have to start, you know, fuel saving by letting off a little bit earlier if we need to. It actually helps rotate the car. I'm barely touching the joystick. It's rotating just fine, actually. Yeah, it's just loose when you're off the gas, but when you put on it, it just balances it out, actually. It's quite interesting.
50.95.
3 seconds already between us and Tony Stewart. I think it's safe to say that we're dancing on my own. So you should be singing that as well. We're dancing on my own once again. And hopefully no more late race cautions that, whether it be caused by myself or anything silly. Crossing the line with just under 4 laps to go. Yeah, they still have yet to pit, by the way. Those guys that stayed out for that one time, who only pitted once, yeah, they're still out there. How? They're all still out there. I don't know how they're able to make it. Can they even finish is what I want to know. That's more interesting for me to find out than be dominating this race. Can they even make it to the end? I'm pretty sure they won't. But maybe those cautions helped out, I guess. I mean, it's a long-ass time on one stop. It's a long time. It's about 30 laps in this game. I don't know. They might be running out of fuel. Anyways, 3 laps to go.
71.
Keep it up. Great lap.
Yeah, I don't see anybody coming in. I guess they have to be committed now at this point, you would think. Coming up to 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, or maybe it isn't. Those guys that are 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they've still, you know, they haven't come on in. They're 30-lap-old tires and fuel, albeit like half of them were like caution laps, but still. They're committed, though. I'm surprised they're able to actually make it, but for us, almost flagged the flag. Sure, that caution was very exciting, and of course, along with the whatchamacallit here, of course, yeah, the fuel strategy that we had to come up with. I'm surprised they're able to actually make it, though. Maybe they'll run out at the line. But of course, you can hear the crowd cheering on the long straightaway at Pocono. We win, I believe, our 7th race of the season at Pocono. Finally, we win one here. Yes! Yes, baby! Get in there! You're damn right we're going to be doing some burnouts on the straightaway here. There we go. I figured out how to do it. Definitely got to protect this engine, though. We could do a boom smoke show for us, of course. Oh, yes, man. Do we hear it, Long Pond? Do we hear it? Oh, man. All right, we'll do one more. I wonder if we can blow out the rear tires doing this. We probably can. All right, I've done enough. That was good.
Lots of caution laps were run in this race.
Well, lots of cautions usually mean only one thing, a lot of damaged race cars. I know the teams aren't happy about that.
The 56 car comes away with a win.
All the hard work this week has just paid off for that team. That was an awesome win.
The 56 car may have some friends out on the track after this one.
Relationships with other drivers are important in NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It can make you or break you.
So, of course, it was us today with the W, our first time winning at Pocono Raceway. I could not think of a better time to actually do it than our already dominant season. This might be even a 3-race lead at this point, the way we've been doing. But we got an upcoming track that we really don't like, though. We really don't like Michigan. That could really hurt us if we're not careful. So we definitely got to make some preparations for that. But now you know what. Now you all know why I was so worried about upgrading the car. So Because honestly, we're already halfway there to the modern era record, and we're just about to reach the halfway point of the season. Look at that trophy with the bald eagle like right there. Yeah, take me home, please. For the 7th time this season, we, as a fan base of the Mimniku channel, of course, we sing Ode to Joy as our victory lane celebration, and we got the road course for Pocono. That's pretty cool. Anyway, of course, we have to do the finishing order ourselves with a dub. We got Tony Stewart second, Jeff Gordon, Labonte, Ricky Rudd, I think it was Ryan Newman as well, and Dale Jr. all stayed out. Somehow got so many laps on their tires to make it through all the way around. We got Mark Martin 8th, Harvick 9th, and Jimmy Johnson starting from the pole. Didn't even lead a single lap. I know the feeling, man. Finishes in P10. Our sponsor, Michael Waltrip, actually had a decent race for once. Nothing too groundbreaking, but it's still like decently something. How did you finish 24th after all that? As we take a look at the rest of the field, it seems to be kind of typical from this point forward. Yeah, that wreck was nasty though. But I'm surprised to even actually be able, like, almost everybody just seemed to like be able to make it through there. It's just only 2 more people that got DNF, and that was Robbie Gordon and Joe Moore. Hopefully, McMurray doesn't get a concussion. But thankfully, it's not the next gen cars. I love trophy hunting, but I'm afraid trophy hunting might have to take a little break here, because of where we're going next. Michigan Raceway. We are known to have fuel problems there. I actually wanted to go take a look at the fuel efficiency of the engine. Well, actually, it's in pristine condition, this engine is. Definitely love to see that 82 rating. I thought it was going to be a little bit worse. The chassis, of course, is 97. And the bodywork's also 97. Like, honestly, these are really durable bodies that we have here. It's incredible. Of course, before we go, here's the point standings. Of course, we're nearly 300 points in the lead. And I can't confirm it is 7. I thankfully didn't lose track of the wins that we have here already. I mean, what do you do if you're the rest of the field? What do you do? Like, what can you do? You can just hope and pray at this point. That's what it seems to be anyway. You just hope and pray that the madness stops. Well, the madness will keep continuing in the next episode for Michigan anyway. But of course, as always, before we leave, make sure you hit the Liberty Bell to get some more notifications from us today. And of course, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Just make sure you have a like, comment, subscribe, of course, as well. I cannot do these outros properly for once. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. Who knows? But anyways, we'll see you all in the next race at Michigan. Have a good day.